The universe was a vast expanse of stars, planets, and galaxies. For centuries, it was home to countless alien civilizations, most of them ancient and far more advanced than Earth's own. But even in the shadow of this overwhelming superiority, one species dared to rise above the others, the Vrygons. The Vrygons were a ruthless race of conquerors, feared across the galaxies. Their ships, sleek and black, could cut through space like knives through butter. Their technology was centuries ahead of anything the other races could imagine, making them nearly invincible. They were known for their brutality, for wiping out entire planets without a second thought. The sound of their name alone was enough to send entire civilizations into a panic. They had wiped out species that had thrived for millennia. Planets, once lush with life, now lay barren, their ashes scattered across the cosmos. The Vrygons had done it all, from eradicating populations to enslaving entire worlds for labor. No race was too powerful, no defense too strong to stand against their unrelenting might. And yet, there was one place, one small blue planet, that had somehow slipped under their radar: Earth. At first, the Vrygons didn't take Earth seriously. They had noticed it, of course, a primitive world filled with barbaric creatures, their technology barely advanced enough to leave their atmosphere. But to them, Earth was no different than any of the thousands of other insignificant planets scattered across the universe. Why bother with it? There were easier targets, more strategic planets to conquer. But they underestimated the one thing that set Earth apart: humanity. As the Vrygon fleet made its way toward Earth, they expected nothing more than an easy conquest. The people of Earth had not yet made contact with any advanced civilizations, and the Vrygons assumed they were far too weak to put up any kind of resistance. Earth was just another world to add to their long list of conquests. The invasion began with terrifying speed. The Vrygon ships descended from the sky, their weapons flashing with deadly energy. They ravaged cities, destroying everything in their path. Entire populations were wiped out in mere hours. There was no warning, no mercy, just destruction. Humanity, as it had always done, responded in panic and confusion. But there was something the Vrygons had failed to account for: the resilience of the human spirit. The first signs of resistance were small. A handful of soldiers managed to organize an effort to fight back, but their weapons were no match for the Vrygon firepower. Yet it wasn't the weapons that proved to be humanity's strength. It was their will to fight. When the Vrygons began their campaign on Earth, they saw nothing but a planet full of weak, primitive creatures. They expected humanity to crumble like every other species before them. But humanity refused to break. They fought back in every way they could. Guerrilla warfare in the shadows, ambushes, sabotage, and sabotage again. It was messy, chaotic, and desperate, but it was relentless. What the Vrygons didn't understand was that humans were not like the other species they had destroyed. The Vrygons had conquered countless worlds, but they had never encountered a race like this. Humans, despite their seemingly primitive technology, had one thing that no other species could match: adaptability. Humans quickly realized that while they couldn't beat the Vrygons with strength, they could outthink them. They used every resource they had, even salvaging wreckage from the Vrygon ships that they managed to bring down, learning from their enemy and developing countermeasures. Where the Vrygons depended on superior firepower, the humans began to fight with strategy, using the Vrygons' own technology against them. Days turned into weeks. The Vrygons began to realize they were facing a problem unlike any they had ever encountered. It wasn't just resistance anymore. It was a full-scale war. Every time they thought they had beaten the humans down, they came back with more determination. The Vrygons had underestimated Earth, and now they were learning a hard lesson. The tide began to turn. Humanity's determination wasn't their only strength. In a rare twist of fate, Earth's scientists had developed a powerful weapon in secret. A group of brilliant minds had been working on a device that could disrupt the Vrygon technology. It wasn't finished when the invasion began, but now, as the Vrygon fleet grew closer, the final pieces came together. The weapon was a last-ditch effort, an act of defiance that would either save Earth or doom it forever. The humans had no choice but to launch it, hoping that it would be enough. The device was fired from Earth's largest space station. It was a beam of energy unlike anything the Vrygons had ever encountered. The beam shot into space, striking the heart of the Vrygon fleet. A wave of energy surged across the battlefield, causing the Vrygon ships to falter, their systems scrambling. For the first time, the Vrygons were vulnerable. The humans wasted no time. Their fighter ships, enhanced with reverse-engineered Vrygon technology, launched into space. They swarmed the Vrygon fleet, striking fast and hard. The Vrygons had relied on their advanced weaponry for so long that they were ill-prepared for a fight on their terms. The humans fought with a ferocity that shocked their enemies. One by one, the Vrygon ships fell, their once impenetrable armor no match for the Earth's new weaponry. The Vrygons, caught off guard and outmatched, tried to retreat, but it was too late. Earth had turned the tide and victory was now within reach. When the final Vrygon ship fell from the sky, humanity had won. The galaxy would never be the same. The Vrygons had terrorized the stars, but Earth, the most unlikely of all planets, had stood firm. They had been underestimated, their strength overlooked, but in the end, they had proven that humanity was not a species to be taken lightly. The universe would now know that Earth had a name, and it was a name that would be respected. Humanity had defeated the Vrygons, and with that, the galaxy would remember one simple truth: never underestimate Earth.